Hello and welcome to a book vlog. Yes, that's what this is called. I was going to do like a kind of like a book club style where I read like a certain amount of pages and then you can click to the timestamp and be like, oh, I read this page now, let's chat about it. But that has not been happening. Reason why, I can't get through this book. I am only on page 38. That's actually further than I thought I was, but it's been 2 weeks and I haven't read. I've been busy, so there's been stuff happening. So I am going to finish this book because I want to watch the show. Because the reason I wanted to read this is because the show came out. My sister watched the show, bawled her eyes out, and like had a video of her bawling her eyes out. So I was like, okay, now I need to read the book so that I can watch the show because I won't watch the show until I read the book. So yeah, we're gonna start this reading vlog. Honestly, I'm like debating right now if I should start over because I don't remember anything. Well, I do remember what happened. I've heard that it's entertaining and has a really good twist, so we shall see. I know someone who told me it was their favorite book, so, and it's not a big book, like it's not even like 300 pages, so I should be able to get through this in a day. Honestly, I should be able to get through this by this afternoon. That's my goal. We'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna stop yapping to the camera now and actually start reading. Well then, there's parts to this. I did not realize that, but now apparently I'm at part 2. I don't really remember what happened in part 1. Oh, it's called Welcome, so that I should have... See, it's been a while since I read the first part. All I remember is kind of just being introduced to the family, and the guy she has a crush on, he like always comes to the island thing that they live on. I just closed this without my bookmark in it. That's stressful. So far, I'm just like confused. Like a lot of the time when she's like describing things, I'm not sure what's real or not. That's probably the whole point of this, is that she's like being like not fully truthful and like describing things. Like there's the whole thing with her father and I'm like, what actually happened to him? I'm so confused. But I don't know. I'm gonna just keep going. I'm at part 3, which is Summer 17. I still have no clue what is happening. That second section was her just kind of telling a poem about 3 daughters again. I liked the line though. They had the line about, so basically the father sends 3 daughters to like bargain with a dragon, and the dragon eats all 3 of them. So then at the end of the story she's telling you, she goes, now let me ask you this, who killed the girls, the dragon or their father? I was like, that's kind of fun. Like I'm enjoying the little stories that she's telling us. Like she's just talking about this accident that happened in summer 15 that she doesn't remember anything of. And every time she asks, her mother is getting angry because she kept asking her mother what happened. And her mother's like, you have to remember what happened on your own time. Stop asking me. And then someone calls her and it's like, are you addicted to drugs? And she's like, no, but I might be lying. So I still have no clue what's happening in this book. I guess I'm just gonna keep reading. And then maybe it will make sense in time. Okay, I got to one part. All the liars are hanging out at one of the places and they're just chatting about stuff. And then one of them is like, oh, I have a boyfriend. We have had sexual intercourse a number of times, but always with protection. He brings me a yellow rose every week and has nice muscles. Who talks like that? Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be weird, but like the way it's worded, I'm like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But this conversation between the 4 of them is so weird. They're supposed to be like 17. Okay, now they're like, you've got to be kidding me. And then she's like, no, I love him just a little. So I'm like, is this a lie? I don't know. Because the whole thing is they're liars. So maybe this is like their way of joking around and being liars. Update. I still have no clue what's happening, but now there's people wandering around late at night and saying that they don't remember wandering around late at night the next day. She got up because she couldn't sleep, and then she was looking outside and saw her aunt walking around, and then her aunt was looking for Johnny, and then she's like, the next day at lunch, she's like, oh, did you get back to sleep? I asked my aunt as we headed towards the kitchen. Last night, was Johnny up? I don't know what you're talking about, she says. So more sus things happening, and I still don't understand or have answers to anything, but I'm only on page 90, so not even halfway done yet. So when I actually haven't read at all, like I haven't even read the blurb about this book because this is a hardcover and it doesn't have it. Like it just has the back. It says, we are St. Clair's, no one is needy, no one is wrong. We live, at least in the summertime, on a private island off the coast of Massachusetts. Perhaps that's all you need to know, except that some of us are liars. I guess this is some of liars are. Actually, I haven't read that. That's the first time I read that too. So, I had like no clue. I just knew the title, which was We Are Liars. And then since we started, she's been like calling the four of them, like her, Gat, Johnny, and the one girl. Her name starts with an M. I don't know how to say it. The four liars. But from what I've read so far, everyone's lying to her, and she knows absolutely nothing. Because, like, she's chatting with the littles, and they're like, we're not allowed to talk about... She's trying to ask what they did last summer when she was in, like, Europe, and they're like, we're not allowed to talk about you in the water. And she's like, I'm trying to ask you what happened last year. And they're like, we don't want to talk about it anymore. Like, everyone's just being suspicious and lying. And I'm like, what is happening? And they're like talking about the drugs that she's taking a lot, and she got them because like the doctor, all the littles keep saying, stop, the drugs are not your friend, you shouldn't take them. So I'm like, what is this? This is turning into like her mother is drugging her or something. Like, what is happening? What is the point of this story? I have no clue. See, I'm so confused. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be like. I don't know. I thought I could like solve this. Wait, now I'm confused. I just need to keep reading. Basically, everyone's lying and not telling her for some reason. And I want to know why. So I'm interested now, but out of frustration because I'm like, what is happening? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so like Aunt Carrie is the one that she had seen walking at night. But then apparently the other night they spoke to Aunt Penny, which is like confusing because all the liars are staying in the one house and like no one else is staying with them. So they're alone in this house. So they have been talking to the other family, just not during family dinners or lunches because they won't go to those anymore for some reason. There's just so much random... I feel like I should be being able to pick up on something, and I am not picking up on anything. Like, I'm picking up, it's suspicious, obviously, because that's obvious, but I can't, like, there's nothing really that I can be like, The only thing is I just feel like they're, like, drugging her and lying to her for some reason. But I'm like, why? Obviously that's the point of the book, but I want to know why. I'm also like really interested in what they do with the TV show because like the first half of this is like all jumping around time-wise, and now like this section that's like Summer 17 is actually in order. So I'm wondering like, does the show start with like Summer 17 and then do flashbacks, or like I'm just curious on how they chose to format this into a show because like I feel like there's some books that like easily format to shows and some where you have to make a lot of changes. The flying duck. I want the blanket on top of me because I am cold. You can peek outside. There you go. She was lying about having a boyfriend. Why am I forgetting her name again? Mirren? That's how I'm saying her name. I don't know how to say it properly. She's getting sicker and she's running out of her medication, so she's getting nervous. And then it's like 3 or 4 days, she's not sure how long she spent in bed. She goes up to the liars and she's like, oh, what did you guys get up to? I was gone. And then they're like, oh, it was the 4th of July, so we had dinner with everyone at the new house, and then we went to the donut shop and blah blah. And then she's like, they never go anywhere ever, never see anyone. Now while I've been sick, they went everywhere, saw everyone, ? Which is true. Sus. Very sus. A lot of sus stuff is happening. I don't trust Gat. I don't know. He's being very suspicious. And this house is like disgusting. Like, I don't understand why the family's just letting these like 3 17-year-olds live in this one house and make it into a disgusting mess. I do remember as I was reading, I was like, I remember someone telling me there's trigger warning for something to do with a fire in the book. Oh, another thing. Should have finished this part before I started talking. They said they went to the donut shop, but she's like, and they're like, oh, we got glazed and we got Boston cream and jelly. And then she's like, but I know that Donut Flake only makes cake donuts. No glaze, no Boston cream, no jelly. Why are they lying? So more lying is happening, as to be expected. I thought she was supposed to be a liar, but I'm just kind of like, wow. Everyone else is just lying. Oh, Gat finally said he loved her. Crazy. But sneaking into someone's room at night is creepy. And then she sees Carrie again, walking late at night. Not that I'm like trying to guess it, but like now I'm like, what if like the other liars are dead? Like that's the reason, because like her mother yelled at her for taking the boat alone, but she went with one of the liars. So she technically wasn't alone. And then like they're being left alone in that house alone. So maybe they're not actually there. I don't know. Maybe this is all in her head. I feel like that would just be kind of like a, oh, though. I'd be like, really? That was it? I have less than 100 pages left. But I'm kind of hungry, so I want to keep reading. See, this is like why I like to binge books, because the second I start reading, I just want to keep going. But I'm hungry, so I need food. Oh yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock. That's why I'm hungry. Wow, didn't realize I'd been reading that long. Penny, can you move? I'm back from lunch. I'm gonna finish the book now. I'm into it now. Like, I need answers. I'm at the point. See, this is what I always say, like, you have to read to page 100 before you can, like, DNF a book. Like, for me, that's what I choose to do. Because, like, before that, you're still just getting introduced to a bunch of the characters, and you don't always know exactly what the, like, intrigue is yet. But by 100, you know. Now I'm more than halfway. I'm at 150. But now, like, I need answers to all the questions. Can I have a pillow, Penny? Or are you using them all? Now Penny is joining us. And so is Boomer. Boomer's down there. You can't see him because he's sleeping on his doggo bed. So they burnt down. The reason that there was this new renovation that she was like, oh, why did they renovate? Where's the tree that I knew? Well, she was one of the ones that helped burn it down. The Four Liars burnt it down as a symbol. And now it's just kind of going into like what happened that summer that she couldn't remember, that now she's remembering all of a sudden, about like they were fighting because the three daughters, like her parents and her cousin's parents, like don't have any money. They're trying to get their grandfather to leave the money to them, but the like grandkids are kind of like, no, I don't care. I know why people cry now. There's that one thing, it's like, people can die in shows and I'll be fine, but if you kill a dog, I know why she cried. I understand. I know why she sent those videos. Ah! Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh no, I'm so sad. Okay. Dogs is like a line you don't touch. Like, my babies. Hi, babies. I'm so sorry. And that's such a horrible way. Oh. Okay, I just need to get through the pages. Oh my gosh. They're not even real dogs. It's fine. They're not even, but that's such a horrible way. Like, if it was a person, I'd be like, oh, that's so sad. But, like, again, it's the helplessness of, like, they couldn't do anything. They couldn't let themselves out of the room. As she says, they were just barking, trusting people they loved. Ah, oh my gosh, okay. Okay, of course there's more. There had to be more. Like, that was upsetting, but, like, there still had to be more. Like, I don't know what yet. Part 5, Truth. I still just, I don't know. Like, it's entertaining. I think that what I have heard about this book, which is not much, but kind of twisted how I thought about it. Like, I don't know. I think I thought this book was different than what it is, and now I'm like, it's like hard to like mend the two and be like, oh, okay, so it's just a different kind of story. Like, it's interesting. Was I right? Have they been dead this entire time? I made that joke because I was like, what if they're just ghosts she's seeing this entire time? But Jonathan, Mirren, and Gat perished in a house fire. So they have been dead this entire time. Okay. I gotta finish this. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Oh, this makes so this is why, like, when she was writing emails and letters to everyone, no one responded to her. And everyone was kind of being an asshole to her this entire time because they're just figments of her imagination. But that just, it feels so, I don't know. It just feels very interesting. I don't know what I last updated. That they are dead? Yeah, they are. They died in the fire because they were all drunk and she did the main floor and left and had lit the fire and didn't realize they were inside because she was drunk. And this is the other thing that like led to this is why the grandfather has been calling her Mirren the entire time, because he is mixing up the two because she's gone but doesn't remember that she's dead. Oh, I'm done. Finally. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm trying to wrestle with my final thoughts on this because, I don't know, because it was good. I had fun, but it's just not what I expected, and I think that's what I'm trying to wrestle with. Like, I enjoyed it, and it was a good book. It just wasn't what I was expecting, and that's not a bad thing. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I feel a little cheated. I think that's the main thing, is I had fun, but I still feel cheated because I'm like, I felt like I was like trying to solve something, but there was no way for me to actually solve it, you know? But I guess it's not sold as a mystery. I don't even know what it's sold as. I should probably look that up. I think I had too many thoughts about it because of what other people had said, even though I didn't really know anything. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, I can see why my sister was crying watching the ending. I actually kind of want to call her and see what she says. But yeah, I finished the book.
So you know.
I know. I don't know. Okay, I haven't watched the show yet though, so I don't know how the show handled it because I kind of feel cheated in the book. Like I'm like, really? Like the entire time?
You have to watch the show now though.
Okay, I'm going to. But I just
because like obviously like did you cry during that part, like reading the ending or no?
No, I didn't cry. Well, okay, because I don't know how the show handles it, but like it told me the dogs first, and then it keeps going for a while. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. I literally I was like, okay, I have a rule, and it's like dogs. The second you heard a dog, that's where I'm like, the line has been crossed.
That's how I had the video of me bawling.
That's what I thought. No, I literally said, I was like, oh, this is why Olivia was crying.
I was like, when I heard the dogs, I actually like, it was like, oh, and you have to watch because it's so painful. Like,
yeah, no, I can imagine. I don't want to watch the dogs. What was making me mad, but in the book she keeps calling them like bad dogs. I'm like, stop calling them bad dogs. It's not their fault you left them in the room. Hello. It is the next day, and I am going to watch the first episode of the TV show. I'm curious how they handled it in the TV show, so I'm excited to see. Okay, already one change. They said something bad happened last summer, so I'm assuming they made this only one summer later instead of two. Okay, yeah, they're keeping it. So it's summer 16, and then I think it's going to be summer 17, whereas in the book, summer 15 is what happened, and summer 17. So yeah, just 1 year difference instead. Okay. I can feel like this being more upsetting than the book because, like, you're getting their perspective of it, especially, because, like, even just seeing them without her there, because I feel like the book is all her, and you don't really get to, I don't know, you get to meet them, but you don't meet them through their eyes, and in a show, you get to meet them through their eyes, so it's gonna be a lot sadder, I think. The doggos are so cute. I'm already so sad. They're so cute and cuddly looking. Her and Gat are cute. They're cute in this. I like all the visual references that are like to the book. Like they have them writing on their hands because I don't know if they probably will bring it up later in the show too. Normally, I'm not the biggest fan of like book to adaptations because I love the book so much. I feel like, I don't know, but sometimes I feel like they work well, like if it's adapted in a certain way. I also, personal opinion, think that more fantasy books, when they're adapted, should just be adapted to animation and not live action, because I think they would be 10 times better. But I feel like the one thing is like, I wonder what else they're gonna like fill it's probably what, 8 episodes, maybe 6. That's like a lot of episodes to fill with. I don't know. I guess it's just like fleshing out characters more and stuff like that. I can't. The dogs, they put them everywhere. They're like every scene, they're like, let's just shove a dog in here so that you feel bad. And they cut the other dogs, like, because in the book she has 3 dogs, and then there's the 2 dogs the grandparents have, but I've only seen 2 dogs, so I'm assuming that was on purpose just because logistics. Probably hard to have that many dogs. It hurts already. I feel like this is one of the things that, like, this is a book that is really good for, like, adaptation to, like, a show, because you can explore so much more to the story from other characters' perspectives. So I'm excited to see what they do with it. Just starting episode 2. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say 3 things. Oh, 1. They use, like, when she gets to the island, it's like the exact same words that were in the book, which is funny. It makes sense now why the one aunt doesn't sleep anymore, is wandering around at night asking where Johnny is because he's dead, so she's seeing the ghost. Okay, I get that now. I didn't realize that when I was reading it. Even at the ending, I didn't put it together till this for some reason. New Claremont looks so much uglier than I imagined in my head. Like, I actually still thought it was like a pretty, like, but modern style home, but it's like a fortress in the show. I also just realized that the grandmother is still alive because it flashed. Actually, is she? Maybe she isn't. I don't know, it flashed forward, but then it went back again. So actually, maybe she's dead. I don't know yet. It hasn't actually talked about that because now I'm trying to remember in the book when she died. Because wasn't she dead the 16th as well? Summer 16th. Now I can't remember, so I don't even know. I also really like how they're using the, like, the princess and king thing in this. Like, how they incorporated those stories but into it. Like, they're having the birthday party and, like, being like, princess this, what did you bring? And using the king and stuff. And they added a 4th daughter named Rosemary. Was that added? Or did I just forget that happened because it happened so early in the book? I should check. That would be a smart thing to do. From what I have noticed, I think it's in the second book, which is a prequel, and that's why I don't remember the name. Wow, I had thought I had at least watched episode 4, but I have not. I'm about to start episode 3. So far, so fun. It's just, I don't know, it's fun. It's entertaining. It's like, parts aren't exactly how I imagined, but like the conversations are basically pulled from the book. So like it feels like, I don't know, it's giving the same energy, and it's nice getting to see the characters, and so far it's just fun. I'm having a good time. Oh my gosh, this is like, it's so funny, like some of the conversations like exactly pulled, or like, not exactly, because I can't remember exactly what it was now, but like they're talking about I don't believe in sunscreen, and I remember that scene in the book, and him talking about the baby oil, so like, that's so funny. Like, I don't know, it's just nice to get like conversations actually from the book in the show, because I feel like a lot of the time like those get so reworked. I kind of can't. Her funeral outfit is kind of hilarious. Like, I don't know, all of them. It's just a little much. It's funny. It's kind of funny because honestly watching this is unlocking memories of reading the book. Like I'm watching it, I'm like, oh my gosh, right, that did happen. I forgot about that. Ooh, they made the Sexter real in the thing. Because, wait, was he real in the book and I just read it wrong? See, like this is just making me second guess everything I read because I thought he was fake. He was fake, wasn't he? Because she said I made that up. But now I can't remember if that was when she was dead saying that or if she was alive. Oh, it's so hard to keep things straight. Oh yeah, because she's dead right now telling the truth, so that never actually happened. So it didn't. He isn't real. But then it's flashing back and showing that he is real. I'm so confused. Well then, that's interesting. If I wanted to do an actual, like, all the differences between the two, I could have paid more attention while I was reading, but I was reading for vibes and I'm watching for vibes. So, vibes. I think this was just, overall, I've said it multiple times, this was just a good book to adapt into a show. Don't know what they're going to do with the season 2, though, because they're making one, and the other book apparently is a prequel, so not sure how that's going to go. They might do the prequel. But hard to make another series when, like, the 4 main liars, only one is alive. I'm starting episode 4, but oh my gosh, Prime has so many ads now. Like, I skipped the intro and the recap, and then it's just in 2 minutes of ads. So I didn't even get to start the episode. Just finished episode 4. It makes sense that they've added so much more because the book is just from her perspective, so you don't really get to know the characters, and we get to know a lot more about the other characters, like Johnny and Mirren. So, like, they gave her that love interest, which, like, in the book was never real. And then we're getting to the points that I remember. It's weird because I feel like I forget the entire first half of the book. So everything that's happening, I'm like, was that in the book or do I just not remember it? And now we're getting to the point, I'm like, oh, okay, I remember this happening. Yes, making sense. It's hard to tell exactly what they've changed or not. Like, some things I'm just like, did that change or am I just forgetting everything? See, I'm getting so much deja vu. I'm like, these conversations, I've read this conversation before, I swear, but I'm like, but did I? Oh my gosh. This is one thing I know for sure is different. I never really mentioned it, but the one sister is still married, and I think she's about to chat with the granddad right now and say she's going to divorce him, whereas in the book, all the sisters were already divorced at the beginning of the book. That thing I remember for sure. Hopefully. Hopefully I could be right about one thing. I remember in the book that she was putting all the notes about who she thought was lying to her on the clues on her ceiling above her bed so that she could look at it before she falls asleep. So in the show, they've changed it to being on her door, the back of her door. But I can't remember big plot points, like the whole thing about, like, why certain things are happening. I'm like, that should have known that, but no, can't remember a single thing about what actually happened in the book. The amount of times they've jumped into the water with their shoes on in the series is crazy. Like, no, I would not do that. Like, what? If they were going here to jump off the cliff, why did they not change into bathing suits? What is this on Prime? I can't skip forward in the show. Every time I skip forward, it just resets back, so now I have to rewatch it. This is horrible. Go to here, because what happened is I was ahead and accidentally jumped back to this part, and if I do 10 seconds, it just replays. What is this? This is horrible. This is annoying. I don't want to watch this 10-minute part over again. It's telling the dragon story at the beginning of the episode. I don't know. I think I'm just having, like, it's really good, like, how much of the story they're using in the show. And even, like, how much word for word they're using the stories or, like, the dialogue. It just really makes it feel like you're watching that book come to life. Oh my gosh, I'm on to the last episode! Ooh. The songs. There's some songs that I'm like, I Good songs. The cutting between the Scrabble game and what happened is so cool. It's so dramatic having all the other liars like crying because they know what happened and she's still figuring it out. Like, wow. They're doing like a whole sad, like, her and her when she was younger and all that with the dogs. That's so sad. Why would they do that? They're really trying to make you cry over these dogs. Boom. Oh, never mind. The explosion throws her into the water. I thought she was going to jump in the water because her dress was on fire. I have nothing to say. I just have a Frenchie on my lap. And it's so cute. There's still like 27 minutes left. I'm like, what is left to have? Oh no, him throwing the ball for no dogs. I'll pet a dog. That will make it better. She called herself a ghost, which I don't actually know if happened in the book. I don't think they clarified that they were ghosts. They kind of just left it vague. I forgot that she has to say goodbye to everyone too. I was like, why is there so much longer left? You watching? Are we watching the show? That's it. It's over. That's crazy. I don't know if I have thoughts. It was so fun. So many of her outfits are so beautiful. I feel like, I don't know why that's my last thought at the ending, but it's just the last few dresses. I was like, oh, those are so pretty. But it's good. It's fun. It's really fun seeing books come to life.